Boy, what a beautiful day. I'm at a part of the trail. This is the kind of riding I do, that I like. It's a bit overgrown, it's wild looking, and I'm digging it. I've seen a lot of wildlife on this part of the trail. It just gets better the deeper you go. Blue herons, a herd of squirrels, seen some birds, like frogs, right in front of me. I wish I had it on camera. Hello folks, well, what seems to be the norm, I'm here at another unmarked lock. It looks like a pretty major lock too, so we gotta be getting down about 20 or even in the teens by now. We're close. So let's take a quick look at this before we ride on, shall we? Some old machinery here and the gates. I really like that. Not much of a waterfall, just a trickle going on down here. This end of the canal seems deeper, much deeper than what it's like at home in locks 32, 31, and 30. Just imagine going back in time when this was operational. What a piece of history. I mean, I know I'm a history buff and people aren't into it like I am. A lot aren't. Some are even more, but boy, especially in this area close to home, relatively close, you gotta appreciate this. Architecture, machinery, the old-timey structure. Hard to believe this was operational until 1951. Of course, the way years go, I'm 62 years old, was born in 61, so I mean, I guess it's been over half a century. So, but well, that's the way it goes. That's why I'm out here doing it. Nice area. Very nice. So that's it for that lock. Let's continue on. See you at the state park. It's a gaggle of geese. Hi fellas and family. Excuse me. I know this is your home, not mine. Hey folks, well, I'm here at what's gotta be the visitor center. It's all locked up, so everything I read, it says there's some water available around here, so I guess I better do some investigating and see what's up. It was a beautiful ride in, and I got delayed a few times. My phone said I was in the state park, which technically I was. I ran into a guy mowing grass, and the state park limits extend for miles that way, probably 8 or 9 miles until you get to this area by the visitor center, which actually starts to look like a park. So I need to find some water and then I'll catch up with you. So I have found water. Yes! The quest is a success. Man, such a nice park and it's desolate. I was worried that this fountain wouldn't even be turned on because there was a couple of guys up there in the parking lot said they didn't think it was turned on. But they were from out of town too, so they know as much or probably less than I do. So yeah. Four liters, oh yeah. This was a good pickup. Yes, it's heavy, but you gotta have water. And some people carry it in, 4 or 5 bottles strapped to their bike. I have 2, but I put this in my frame bag. It also helps center the weight from all the weight in the back from the panniers. It's great to have your bike centered with weight. In the front I have my tent, so it's balanced. Although I'm carrying a pretty heavy load, it's balanced, and the riding has been great. Some people would say, boy, that's a lot of stuff to ride with, but it's worked out fine. Perfect, in fact. So I have another bottle to fill up. Might as well fill up, load up. One's completely empty, one's about half full. Not a lot of water available along this trail. I researched and they said it was here. Sure enough it was. I was getting kind of worried, to tell you the truth. So this bottle, wrong lid, is a little more insulated. I'm going to put some of my Alani powdered energy drink in here, 200 milligrams of caffeine, before I take off and hit the road. Just regular water here. Give me a little boost. As long as I'm here, there's a picnic shelter. I'm going to have a little snack and fuel up before my trek to Bureau. Sign back there says 22 miles on the bike path. That's not bad at all. That's Lock 1. And that's my destination for the day. So then find a camping spot. It's going to be tricky. Hopefully there's something along the Illinois River. See here? It's a nice spot. I'm sure they can probably reserve. Boy, look at this. The Grill of Grills appears to be right here. Now tell me you couldn't cook up a feast on this. Oh my gosh. This is the biggest park grill I've ever seen. Amazing. You could feed 500 people grilling off this thing. Wow. That's more like what I'm used to seeing at home. Hey, it's time to hydrate, carb up, and get my protein. This is an excellent thing to take. It's called the Bar Mix, sweet and spicy. Honey roasted peanuts, cheddar seasoned corn sticks, sesame sticks, honey mustard pretzel pieces, pretzels, and Cajun corn nuggets, which are just like corn nuts. Here we got some Hunter's sausage, smoked sausage, delicious. I just guzzled a whole bottle, that bottle there, of my energy drink, all at one shot. And why not? Take advantage of being here by water, so I just filled it back up. That's my energy drink. That's just plain water, because sometimes that gets a little too sticky in the mouth. You want to rinse it off. They're right next to me on the handlebar, so you want to rinse it off and go with some straight water. There's my water bag. I'm going to sit down here and eat a little snack. Then we're hitting the trail again. Hey everyone, it's been a while since we hit a major lock. This is lock 21. This is Jeff.
Hello.
I met him. He's riding his nice bike. I'll get a picture of it before we leave here, a shot of it rather. And he's kind of from the area. He's from Mendota and says he's caught some fish, and he's out for a little joyride today, and it's a good day for it. It's breezy today, but nothing like yesterday. Harley, the only way to go. Jeff, I see you have a hat on your foot with the Abate Council.
Yeah, Abate of Illinois. I'm with the Starved Rock chapter, which is in this area over by Starved Rock and, you know, LaSalle County.
Very nice. Jeff was telling me he's out for a little ride. He had to work yesterday. Then he's got a grandson that's got a baseball game later. So it sounds like you got a pretty nice day ahead.
Yeah, I do. I took off work. Normally I work on Fridays, but the weather was going to be nice, so I took off work and I'm just out riding around enjoying the weather.
Excellent. Well, I tell you, this is what it's all about also, is meeting people along the way. Jeff, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. You too.
Got a party coming up here. Bunch of geese. Got some young ones with them. They're scurrying away. These are smart ones. Look at these little guys. Oh, the mother's back there. That's funny. Okay, this is Steve here. I'm at lock 17. There's going to be a bunch of these bunched together as we make it to lock 1. I made the decision, this is the last lock I'm going to cover today until we get to lock 1 or 2. I'm about out of battery, plus I got to thinking, what am I going to film tomorrow on the way back? So I'm going to catch up with what I don't get today, and there's a lot. And leave that for content for tomorrow, because I'm going to divide this up into episodes, and for day 3 I'm going to need some content. So let's finish taking a look at lock 17. I skipped 18. We'll catch that tomorrow. So let's check it out. Got a nice waterfall there. Extends quite a way down. I can see what looks like another lock not too far down. Like I said, there's only 15 miles or so left, and we're on lock 17. A bunch of these are going to be one right after another. So we'll catch that content for tomorrow. That sounds like a plan. So, and I'm not lying, I'm getting kind of antsy to get to my destination, because I still have to find a place to camp. It's going to be maybe a little bit more difficult than last night. I may have to camp, do some boondocking along the river, but I'll get it figured out. So unless I come up with something spectacular, I'm not going to see you again until right before I get into Bureau, approaching lock 1. I might stop and do the last couple locks today. In fact, I probably will. So I'll catch up with you, and we'll see you until the next update. Well, my friends, as the sign says, this is the end. This is the end of the road. I talked to a conservation officer that was parked at lock 3 because I didn't know where to camp, and he told me, and I read a little bit about this, lock 2 is the end of the road. There is a mythical lock 1 that's back in there somewhere, but somebody said you can only hike in at certain times of the year, and that it's difficult. There's no real trail, so there's no way I can get my bike back there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to turn back around and camp at lock 6. So I have some riding to do yet, but I'll make it. What I am going to do from here, I'm going to go into the town of Bureau and get myself a treat, because all I've been drinking is water, you know. I'll get a soda, maybe some ice cream or something, and then I'll make my way to lock 6 to camp for the night, and then start the journey back tomorrow. So maybe I'll catch up with you in Bureau. if I find a place that I can stop. It's a very small town. I don't know if I can see the Illinois River from there. I'm going to try to capture some footage of that. But I asked the officer if you could camp on the Illinois River. He said no, because it's all private property along this area. So that rules that out. I'm glad I ran into him. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult for me, or I might have gotten in trouble. So, but I've made it. Lock 2. This is it. It's as far as we can go. Like that sign read. As soon as I got in here, you seen it, it says end. Can it get more simple and direct than that? There's a lock 1 somewhere, but we can't get to it. So this is almost where it starts. It looks pretty cool back here. Yeah, I thought that was a trail at first, but it's not. I can't venture back in there looking for the lost lock 1, but it does exist. I've seen it on the internet. If the internet says so, it's got to be, right? Lock 2. This is the end of the road, but not the end of the trip. We're going to stay another 2 nights on the way back. So there's more adventures to come. Hello, my friends. Well, this is a sight for sore eyes. I had to backtrack because the previous video you've seen, I went to the end of the line, went to that town bureau, nothing in that town, not even a convenience store. I didn't like the vibe down there. At the end of the canal, conservation officer stopped me on the way back. I seen him. He asked me if I had seen a lady down at lock 2, some suspicious activity or whatever. Wow. No. So I had to backtrack probably another 6-7 miles here, but I'll take it. The only thing I don't like is this. When I pulled in, the first thing I hear was a crying kid. A couple tents down there, and that's the last thing I want to hear out here is a crying kid. That's why I don't like campgrounds. I passed up a couple of opportunities on the way here to boondock camp and break the rules, but I don't want to get in trouble. You know, way out here in the middle of nowhere. So I'm gonna have to deal with this campground. Hopefully they go to bed early, you know, with kids, and there's not too much noise, because this is what I'm out here to get away from. But I'm not going to be a baby about it. So I'm just grateful I have a place to lay my head here tonight. So I got to set up camp. It's getting a little bit late and got to think about dinner and stuff. So we'll check in with you a little bit later. Hello, friends. Getting some dinner going. Gonna have some beef stew and some hot chocolate. Maybe some chocolate trail mix that I have. And I'm pooped. I gotta tell you, don't pay attention to what they say online, how many miles you're gonna put in a day, because I had to backtrack after I found no camping at the end of the line, like another 10-12 miles. So I put in another 50-mile day, so that's 100 miles in 2 days for an old man. But I tell you what, I'm gonna be fine. So, but I tell you, after I eat, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fish or play guitar or sit in my chair. I haven't broke out my chair yet, but it's more important I get my rest. So I'm gonna try and go to sleep as soon as I can. I still got tomorrow night's camp, so there'll be time for other stuff. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. The DNR man's timing is impeccable. He shows up right when I'm gonna eat and I'm famished, so now I gotta stop what I'm doing. Oh my. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Well, that guy that interrupted my dinner, he was a truck, paid him. We got in a conversation. He's around my age, a little older, 66, I think he said he was. And actually, everyone I've met on this trip has been extremely nice. So that's country folk as opposed to city folk, and you'll find that a lot. When I came back, my hot chocolate was still warm. So I ate my beef stew while I was sitting there talking to him. I made a joke that his timing was impeccable. I was hungry and he showed up at a bad time, and he thought I was serious. You should have seen his face. Then I just started laughing, and then we both laughed. So $8 to camp here. Last night in Anawan, where I camped, it was supposed to have been free Monday through Thursday, senior citizens 62 and over. No one ever even showed up. I told him about it. He said that's because it was his night off. So this ain't bad. Those people down there are quiet. First thing, like I mentioned earlier, when I run through here, I heard that kid bawling. This is I come out here to get away from that stuff. Yeah, got a restroom here. I just wish they had running water at these campsites, you know. But I'll have to go to the state park on the way back tomorrow and refill my 4-liter water cell. All right, so dinner's done. Actually, I feel a little bit better. I don't know if I'll have the energy to play some guitar or scrounge up a fire. I ain't gonna go fishing, but yeah, I'm beat. It's a lot of work. Probably 100 miles worth of biking the last 2 days. So even though I'm in shape, I am in my 60s, but well, it's going to be dark before too long. There's supposed to be some rain coming in the morning. Well, I'll check with you in a little bit. I'll show you my tent and all that stuff. Thanks for watching. The campground's good. The campground's nice. The neighbors down there are being quiet. The DNR guy got paid. I've eaten, but I just don't feel like doing nothing. I haven't even broke out my new chair yet. I'm just too tired, quite frankly, to build a fire or to play guitar, so I'm going to try and turn in early. But I do want to take you a little walk around here and see. I'm camped at Lock 6, and it's pretty nice. Check it out. Here's my tent and my bike. It's a ways away from the fire pit and the picnic table because I wanted to put some distance away from the people in the corner, just because the kid was crying when I came in. See how I overreact? It's been quiet since. She has been. It's a little girl. But anyway, it's nice. Here, let's walk up here along by the dock. I've got my fishing gear here and I don't even have the energy to fish. How about that? But when you ride 50 miles a day in your 60s, see how nice this is? Neighbors got their poles out. That's them over there in the corner. This is one of the nicer docks, actually. Nicer lock. See that? Nice falls. This side is nice and calm. Really beautiful area. Maybe some rain in the morning for what they said, so I have the rain fly up on my tent. Got restrooms over there, no running water, but I got some, at least half of my 4 liters still full. that I filled up at the state park. So rain flies on, I'm under a tree. If it rains, you're gonna be okay. I've got a cover that goes over those bags too, so I'll put that on before I fall asleep. Here's my guitar. So I'm gonna go in the tent and see what happens. If I fall asleep, I do. If I catch a second wind, maybe all I need is some body rest. You know, I might end up playing some guitar. I can tell you what I won't do. I won't go looking for firewood. I'm not gonna start a fire. I'm not gonna fish. About the most you might get out of me is maybe sitting in my chair playing some guitar, but shoot, it's gonna be dark soon anyway. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably about 8 p.m. So I'd like to get an early start in the morning. It depends on how much sleep I get, so, and the rain, because I'm not going to leave in the rain, and it's supposed to rain in the morning like 6 to 9 a.m. It's like a 40% chance. So if it does, I'll just snooze. So probably update you again in the tent later before lights out. Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning, 7 a.m. and I gotta get out of here. This locked camp. There's rain. I'm gonna be dancing, chasing rain. When I left, there was no rain in the forecast at all for 8 days in this area and home. So I didn't bring my rain suit. I got a poncho, but if I time it right, I can dodge it to my next campground, hopefully with a little bit of luck. And I came into this campground with the kid crying. I woke up with the kid crying, but that's just funny because overall it's been okay. You know, I've been a long time since I've had little ones. You know, kids probably 1.5 or 2 years old. So I got to get going. I skipped breakfast. I had the rest of my chocolate trail mix. Then I have my energy mix drink. So no more time. We'll catch up with you soon, and I'll update